Being a white guy, I don't think I can really do a show on racism. Because, you know, I'm white. Wait, that was racist. But if it's racist against me and my kind, isn't that okay? Like black gangster rappers using the N-word? And I don't mean no. I can say honky and cracker, but you can't. Honky mook. Where does that come from? Cracker. It's just so funny. And not many racial slurs are funny. Last time my ethnicity was truly oppressed was when those Romans stomped across northern Europe. And I demand an apology from every living Roman. If it seems a little ridiculous, that's because it is. Nobody today can reasonably be blamed for the acts of their ancestors or historical events they weren't even around for. It happened, but the best way to move on is to let it go. Not forget, just let go. I didn't do any of that stuff to your great-great-grandparents. I don't look at blacks and think freed slaves. I don't look at Hispanics and think illegal immigrant. I don't look at Asians and think stealing my job. I see a brother, a sister, another human being. And no matter what color you are, if you can't look past and see a person who deserves dignity and consideration, you're a racist. Something's been lost along the way since the civil rights movement. People use race to justify actions, feelings, and prejudices. They call it playing the race card. But that shouldn't matter to anyone who isn't racist. Martin Luther King Jr. talked about children sitting down at the table of human brotherhood. And we'll never be able to do that as long as it matters which color the person at the head happens to be. The tighter we hold to past wrongs, real or imagined, the longer the racism and reverse racism keep on going. Yes, I'm not an idiot. I know people today are still racist. But that's no excuse for reactionary reverse racism. It just makes the problem worse. Normally we'd have a joke right here, but I can't tell one. And that should say something about the volatility of this subject. I have to admit, it's a little hard to hear a rich Ivy Leaguer complain about how their people are being downtrodden when I have a whole lot more in common economically with their people than they do. Except, of course, the color of their skin. And that makes all the difference. If you're a racist. But racism is like any kind of discrimination. It's easy to get roped into it. I just did. They're rich, I'm poor, draw the line between us, and I'm well on my way. It no longer carries the banner of racism, but it's still discrimination, like sexism, or any other ism. Some people might say I've never been discriminated against, and that I can't possibly understand what they're going through. Hillary doesn't know what it's like to be a black man. And I'd be worried if she did. Whoa, we just made a joke. Please do not be offended. To say that people only discriminate based on race is simply not true. People discriminate based on religion, based on ideals, based on nationality or tribe, anything that can be used to separate us from them. Whether it's black or white, alarmist or denier, liberal or conservative, evolution or ID, religion or atheism, as long as we keep dividing ourselves into us and them and use that as an excuse for discrimination, nothing will change. There are lots of voices out there, one for every race, creed, group, religion, or ideology. You can listen to the Louis Farrakhan's tell you you're downtrodden, or you can listen to the Bill Cosbys tell you to accept responsibility and change. I'm with Bill.
Hey, hey, hey!
We know racism and discrimination are alive and well today. But if this message offended you, ask yourself this question. Would this message have been offensive if the person saying it were more like you? And please, flame responsibly.